thenaturforest.com.
What's up guys? Today I'm going to be doing a video showing you guys just a little bit how to use PvPoke's awesome tool, team building tool. I think you guys will find that this will help you remember weaknesses that you may have just slipped your mind and build trios that work within your six. You don't want to go into a tournament without trios that will work for everybody else's different teams. So you're going to need a couple of different trios, and this is just a really awesome tool to help put those together and to make sure that you are covered. So we're just going to go into PvPoke and show you a little bit how this is done. I'm just going to do an example team just to kind of introduce you guys to this whole thing. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and go into Team Builder and let's see how this works out. So what you do, you're going to go on the front page and make sure you're in Great League, and we're not going to do all Pokemon right now. We are just going to build a team for a cup. So as you can see, a lot of the old cups have been consolidated into Silph Season 1. So just go ahead and click on that. Let's build a regionals team. I like regionals for team building because there are a lot of options, but it's not all the options. So to show you, I'm going to go ahead and just build up a nice little regionals trio. Now, what you would use PvPoke for is finding trios that work within your six. So you can just start with PvPoke building trios before you have your six, or you can just make your six and then see your most optimal trios, what safe swap options you have. Always give yourself an option for that lost lead. So we're going to head and make a team, and let's just start off right off the bat with Skarmory. A lot of people use Skarmory. So we have got our Skarmory in here. We do want to make sure that it's got at least viable moves. Some Pokemon will have a lot of different options, but you do want to make sure that they're viable at least. So we've got our Skarmory in there. Now, the way this works is it's going to take your 3 Pokemon and it's going to give you a list of their counters and some numbers beside those. And what you do is you take all those 10 numbers and then you're going to divide them by 10, and you're looking for like a product. And the lowest number means the least counters that you have, the most covered you are. So the way you use PvPoke's Team Builder is it is a tool for really bringing out your own weaknesses. It's just gonna let you, it's gonna point out things that you've forgotten. It's gonna make you aware of matchups that you might not have thought of. So we've got our Skarmory in here. Now, what are we worried about with Skarmory? We are worried about electric. We're worried about fire. So let's go ahead and try a Swampert in here with this Skarmory. Not Swablu. Get out of here. Alright, so we've got our Swampert in there. We know we definitely want Hydro Cannon, so we'll just keep that for sure. And then, because we were worried about that electric, we're going to go with Earthquake. Now, what are we worried about here? We've got our Swampert, so grass, definitely we've got our Skarmory. So they are a great pair already. Little worried about fighting. Let's go ahead and try Venus in here with him. Let's see how this works. Alright, we do want Vine Whip. I wouldn't use Razor Leaf here, so go ahead and rate this team. See what this spits out. It's a decent team. Right off the bat, I see we're a little bit weak to Altaria. And then overall, just a little bit weak to grass. So let's see what happens when we change this to a Tropius. And we'll go ahead and make it an air Tropius for this match. Make sure it's got that leaf blade aerialase. All right, let's rate this team. That last team is actually a little bit better. So as you can see, we are now a little bit overly weak to all these water guys. And another tool I like for this is if you scroll down, it's going to give you a few potential alternatives. So let's go ahead and take its advice. Let's change this Skarmory to a Bastiodon. Make sure you've got that flamethrower on there. Liking this team. It's okay. It's a little bit weak to Flygon. A little bit weak to Medicham. Now, if we use, let's see, what's something that can take out Medicham and Flygon? Let's go ahead and change this Swampert to an Azumarill. And we will give it Ice Beam Play Rough. Alright, we'll get our Ice Beam on there, and let's see how this team does instead. Alright, I'm liking that. I'm liking those numbers. I think we could get it a little bit better. Let's see. Bastiodon is our weakness. Is there anything we could go ahead and change among these moves to help him out? So we got the Azu for the Medicham and the Flygon. Now, we could actually take out that Flygon with just Ice Beam. We don't need this Play Rough, and we don't really need it for Medicham either. Let's go ahead and change that to Hydro Pump, because that could help us out with the Bastiodon. So let's rate it now. Even better. Alright, so see how... Alright, our top number is just above 600, and it is a Politoed. Now, how many Politoads did we see? Not many. How many Grimers did we see? Not many. Mew could be a little bit of an issue, but I'm liking this team. Yeah, this is definitely something I could use. So when you've got your team built, you can look back down at those top counters, and say you did see something like a Politoed or a Grimer. You want to have different trios on your team that will work based on different people's teams, but it's just a good tool to kind of get to know your own team, make you remember things you may have forgotten, and help you build your sixes around trios that will work. So I can see right off the bat for this trio, I would probably like Azumarill as a safe switch, and either Bastio as or a Tropius as our lead. Yeah, definitely a decent team I could work with. So I hope this has given you guys just a little bit of insight on how to use this site. At first it was a little bit confusing for me, but I found it really helpful just in tournament prep, and even building teams for open general battles. That's actually what I use this for a lot. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and shoot me down in the comments, and I will see you guys next time.